You being boots on the ground, having a business, being in this business, what do you see, Ed, as the biggest challenge in California? And is this administration contributing to the problem or not contributing to the or making it better?
Well, let's put it this way. My grandfather told me, when you vote, vote with your pocketbook, right? If you
Okay.
vote with your pocketbook, you'll never go wrong. That's what he used to say. He was a farmer. He was actually a dairyman. And so, if you look at where we are now, are we better off today than we were 3 years ago? No, we're worse off for most people in the United States. And yes, it is because of this administration. The rates, there's two things I want to talk about. The problem in California is the fact that we don't have enough inventory. And it takes us 15 to 20 years from the moment we find some dirt that we want to turn into a housing tract because of all the environmentalists and everything else that they put into place. Like there could be a shrimp there or this other stuff that we got to do all these different, tests and checks and all these other stuff. And it takes forever. And that's the problem. It takes forever to build houses in California. And I talked to the representative today. He's in my building. I have a couple of them. And I said, do you want to help you want to help this California with affordable housing? Fast track housing. And also stop giving money to people to buy homes. Give money to the builders to pay for the permits, the other ridiculous costs that the cities put in place and the other stuff in place so that they can build these houses cheaper. The cost is really a lot of the permits. We're building a house up in a certain place, 16 grand for school fees. Why am I paying 16 grand for full school fees? First of all, I'll never have a kid go to those schools because they're all grown, but I just don't understand why we have to pay for that. You guys, schools get taxes from the federal government and the state, right? Why are we giving them more money? That's what I'm talking about. So if they could reduce the fees for builders to build more homes and also put in no more builders to build tracts to rent for the next 5 years, right? Until we get enough for people to live in. I understand that I'm going to piss off a lot of investors because a lot of investors like the tract. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where they build a full tract that's only built for rent. Yep. They own it, they rent it, and then they sell it to like BlackRock or whatever 3 years later. I know a bunch of my friends who do that. But the problem is they're taking the builders who could build for you and me out of the game.